So I was called to make this video. Called meaning it popped into my head and I was like, I fucking need to make this video. I don't know why, but apparently someone needs to hear it, right? It's one of those things. So, to give you some backstory, right? And then I'm gonna tell you how to, this is totally distracting me, what I was planning on doing. But to give you some backstory, you know, how I went from being antisocial and introverted to, let's just say, a people person, right? Because I don't even like to identify right now as a extrovert. I was very extra and I'm not about it, right? But I can give you my thought process, right? And the things that I've actually implemented. Okay? Because someone very famous has this mindset as well. He doesn't like to be around people. He thinks people are like fucking boring, and I get it because I used to think this way too. And they haven't been through shit, so the fuck are you gonna actually talk to me about? Type shit, right? Right. And as a child, I knew a lot of things I shouldn't know, and I remembered my past life, like my recent one more, right? And I was very aggressive, and on top of all that, I was also being abused mentally and physically and emotionally and eventually sexually, you know, and I just fucking hated people, okay? And I'm not saying I'm perfect now, because I still don't like people touching me. Like, it literally gets me into that, like, I'm gonna fucking break your bone. And it's an instant reaction that I can't help. You know, I have to be very aware when you got your muscles going before your mind, you know. If you know, you know. If you don't, then cool. But this is how I went from being antisocial. I literally have that tattooed. I was antisocial for most of my life. Antisocial behavior is a trait of intelligence in a world full of conformists, right? True. That's why I was I never understood society, right? I never understood why people do what they do. It just didn't make sense to me. People allowed their emotions to get to them. The only emotion that I really had was anger. And I was disassociated, you know, trauma and all that, you know. But as you can see, I've gotten to the point where I can smile and I actually enjoy life. And I never thought I would live until 16 years old. When I was a kid, I never thought I'd even make it to 16. Let alone be happy, right? That's what I wanted with my life as a child. I just wanted to be fucking happy, right? So, and I fucking hated people. I always figured I'd get a job where I'm not around anyone. I like my own company, you know? Because everyone, majority of people that I came in contact with was a threat. Like, I perceive them as a fucking threat. I will fight you and you should leave me alone type shit, right? Men and women. It wasn't just men who, you know, wanted me. So, of course, I was like, fuck all these people. Like, fuck people. This is bullshit. Yeah. Okay, so, and I had that mindset for a while. And I would just fuck with people, right? Not like in a bully type sense, but for my own pleasure. Right. For my own, entertainment. Because I didn't care, right? No fucks given. Did not care. Fuck your feelings. Fuck you. Get away. Like, just, why are you talking to me? Why are you in my face? Like, the fuck? Do I have, like, talk to me written all over me? Stupid. But most people did stay away from me because I have that fuck you energy, and I still have it. Like, I can't, like, not have that, right? If I'm, I got a resting bitch face when I'm resting, So anyways, my last job, everyone literally thought I was an extrovert, which was fucking hilarious to me. But it's just because I, like, switched my people skills on, because I studied people ever since I was a child. I studied them. I can tell who you are just by looking at you. And I can tell if you're the type of person who puts a mask on, which a lot of people do, but the ones like psychopaths, right? Who want you to believe what they're showing you, right? But the energy, it's always the energy. Like, you can look good, but your energy's shit, so it's not shit, but you feel it. And I've been around a lot of psychopaths, right? And it's something that you can definitely feel if you're tuned in to energy. But anyways, that was a long backstory, but I've been through it. Like, I have the best fucking excuse to not fuck with people, to not trust people, to not even try with people, right? Like, I can't even really say I was hurt a lot because I didn't let people in. I never let people in. You want to fucking leave my life? Leave my life. Okay, and bye. That type of shit. And I'm still learning how to let someone in completely. I feel like only one person knows me 100%. And I kind of thought about it the other day, actually, because she's seen, like, the most fucked up part of me, right? And I was like, I feel like I traumatized her. Just from me being me. Like, just from me opening up to her, right? And she's such a loving person, right? She's, like, genuinely loves and gives a fuck naturally. It was very weird to me whenever, yes, it was very weird to me, but I was curious. That was the only other emotion that I felt at that time, because I was still a child. Well, I was like a preteen. But curiosity was the only other emotion besides anger that I felt. And I was curious about her. because she was antisocial and secluded, and everyone ignored her, and I didn't fucking like that, right? I didn't fucking like that at all. Why are you ignoring this bitch? She's clearly trying to fucking talk to you. So, yes. So I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm saying I'm still, like, that's one person that I've completely opened myself up to. One person, my best friend, right? And even though, well, I'm not gonna go there, but so I turned me studying people into into like better people skills. I really don't even know how to word that. Okay, so especially at my last job, right, I was promoted within 6 months, large corporation, and everyone fucking loved me, which is kind of annoying, to be honest. To me, it's annoying, but you know, you can understand with my past, right? Like I said, I've had a lot of fucking reasons. I have the most reasons, okay, to not fucking trust anyone, to not like people, right? I have all the excuses. So, how I transitioned out of it, it was really a mindset switch. Because when you're in my presence, I know you. I can figure you out very quickly. So I used that skill into where I worked at, right? My job was literally to talk to everyone that came in the fucking building. Everyone. That's a lot of people, right? And everyone wants to feel appreciated, feel like they're human. They are human. They want to feel like they're not just blatantly disregarded, right? It wasn't just a sale, you know, because it was a business. So most people have the attitude where you're a customer, give me money, okay, bye, thanks, you know. Obviously they like doing the hey, how you doing, like small talk bullshit. I don't do that. I don't fucking like that shit. I'm a very deep person, and I choose not to follow that rule of society. I don't give a fuck, right? I am not gonna put myself in the box of society. I never understood them anyways, so not doing that. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do, okay? If I want to have a deep, meaningful conversation with you, which I always do, I'm gonna fucking do it, right? So I had to talk to every single person that came into the building. And every single fucking person, I gave them that time of day, right? I would figure out who they are, what they wear, what their attitude, their facial expressions, their energy, how they're holding themselves, what they're reading, what their, you know, earrings for women. I didn't care if it was a man, woman, or child. I talked to them, right? And I know that you can connect with anyone. I know I can easily connect with anyone because we all have at least one thing in common. Well, we have two things. First, we have energy and spirit. We're all connected anyways. So that's one thing. But I was more so talking about, I would figure out what they liked. Like, most of the conversation was about them, right? So you don't even have to communicate well, right? You just have to be a great fucking listener. An observer, right? Actually listen. Don't fucking try to think of what you're gonna say. Like, there was this old lady who was very standoffish, right? And she just wanted to read her book. And then I started talking to her about the fucking book that she already had that she was trying to read. I fucking love reading, you know? The easy ones are tattoos, because you obviously see them. Hey, what does that mean to you? So it's basically asking them about themselves. People fucking love talking about themselves, right? This is very different to me because I like listening more than I like talking, and this has just been me fucking talking. So it's different. So you can find anything, literally fucking anything, to connect with anybody, everybody, whoever you want to. And it takes fucking practice. I mean, it does. You do get better with time, over time. And don't be fucking afraid to trip over your words. You know how many YouTube videos I've done where I'm just like, like, you can't even get the words out of my fucking mouth properly? I'm not gonna end this fucking video just because I did that. I don't give a fuck. I'm human. So give yourself some fucking grace for being human. Who cares if there's an awkward moment? You only see it as awkward. There's been awkward moments I didn't fucking see as awkward because I like silence, you know? But other people perceive it as awkward. So don't get too caught up in what other people are perceiving of you. Just be yourself. And yes, you can still be yourself and find something to talk with someone about. Like, before I got into anime, there was a friend of a friend. She's into anime, and I would talk to her about the shows that she likes. I didn't even fucking like anime at the time. I have no idea what she's talking about, right? It wasn't even something I was, like, interested in, but literally you can find any fucking thing to talk to anyone about, right? And I'm very good at getting people past, like, their barrier. I've built so many barriers in my childhood. That's why, you know, I have all the excuses not to be a people person, but I don't. I'm not gonna live my life secluded because my childhood was shit. I'm not going to tell a good person to fuck off because I'm afraid of getting hurt. I don't care how many times I have to get hurt until I, like, come across that one fucking bitch that's gonna be with me until the day I die. I'm not gay, but, you know, I'm not worried about, like, an intimate partner type thing. I was thinking about my best friend, right? That bitch is with me until the day I fucking die. She don't have any choice. I actually told her that, because she works at 9 to 5, you know, and I work from home. I told her her weekends aren't hers anymore. She has a family and she has friends, so they're not hers. Like, if you don't want people that love you in your life. If you want your weekend to yourself, don't have people that fucking love you. You're welcome. Yeah. And it made her laugh, you know, but so yes, you can make people laugh. Just be yourself. Don't force it. Just see what naturally comes out. There's something that you and someone else can connect with. Like, I'm not very close with my sister, but we'll talk about plants. I'll fucking show someone a meme mid-conversation. Like, you reminded me of a meme. Let me show you. This is fucking hilarious. Bam. You're welcome. It's not a crime to be yourself. It's fucking perfectly... You should be yourself. It's a crime to fucking be like everybody else. Be like this fucking society that just want sex and money. That's not all that we are at all. Okay, and then one more thing before I go, because, you know, it was taking a while. Whatever. The not giving a fuck. Be yourself. Some people are for you and some people aren't. And guess what? Don't fucking care. You shouldn't fucking care. So I got really into, well, at first, excuse me, I'm sitting on a ball. I don't have a desk chair, and I don't want one because the ball is better for my back. And that's why you see me bouncing and ADHD, stuff like that, you know? I got into science because I wanted to figure out the world, right? And then I got into spirituality, and it kind of led me into like this full circle of religion, spirituality, and all of that, right? I discuss it in my book. My book's right there. It's not just about that, but it's a very deep book, and I'm very proud of it. So, I don't believe anything is a coincidence, right? I know that there are reoccurring songs, reoccurring images, reoccurring shit in your life that you haven't paid attention to. But then there's some that are so blatantly fucking obvious you can't help but notice it, okay? Like, it's one thing to ignore the signs, you know, but it's hard to ignore multiple fucking reoccurring images in one fucking day. Here's your sign in your fucking face, listen to it type shit, right? And I've had a lot of these, right? Before I really connected with my angels and guides. It's okay if you don't believe it. You have them too. It's fine. But before I received images and downloads and actually like knew my intuition, like could recognize it, before that I still saw the signs, the synchronicities. Nothing is ever random. And the more I studied science and spirituality, the more respect and love I have had, like, developed, you know? The more respect and awe that I developed for this world, right? And I know that no one crosses your path for no reason. No one's just in your life for nothing. There's always a reason for someone to be in your fucking life. Even if it's just a passing by, right? So I like to figure out what it is, even if it's just a smile, because you know, you can have a really fucking shitty day and when someone talks to you, it makes you smile. Makes your day type shit. I've had those days. Some random ass bitch at the store years ago came up to me and just started fucking talking to me, you know? And I didn't care for it, right? You know? Wasn't a people person back then, but it was a while ago. Anyways. But she made me smile and I was like, damn. That actually made me feel better. So you never know what kind of conversations that you'll end up having. You never know. You can make someone's fucking day. You could save someone's life just by talking to them. And you never know what piece of information they have or that you have. Y'all exchange fucking information. Exchange life stories. Who gives a fuck? It's okay to take up space. It's okay to be yourself. It's okay to fucking breathe. It's okay to be rejected. It's okay to put yourself out there. It's more than okay. Like, the fuck can they do? What the fuck are you afraid of? I don't really have fear. And I'm not afraid to fucking talk to somebody. The fuck are you gonna do? Because, you know. My alarm went off. But there's nothing to be afraid of. There's literally nothing to be afraid of. They're just people. What's the worst that could happen? You fight somebody, okay? Even if you lose, you get better at fighting. I get my ass handed to me a lot by one of my mom's boyfriends, actually. Me and him used to beat the shit out of each other. And I didn't back down, even though I got my ass handed to me. But it also taught me. It taught me a lot, right? And I've been fighting grown-ass fucking adults since I was a child, so the worst, what? You just get better at fighting. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. What, they argue with you? Fucking walk away. What, they reject you? Okay, on to the next person. What, you actually have a good conversation with someone? You actually see the decency in someone? You actually bring life to someone? Turn that shit around. What's the best thing that could happen? What's the best exchange that you can have? They make you laugh. You make them laugh. What's the best that can happen? They give you a piece of information that you were wondering about. I've had that shit happen to me. And I've had conversations with a lot of strangers. First, because it was my job, my last job, but random people like to come up to me and ask me for advice, right? And I give it to them because I'm an old soul. I know a lot more than what I should, apparently. And I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of weird that random people, so many random people have come up to me. I thought I had the resting bitch face. Apparently not. Apparently I have that bitch I can help you solve your problems face. But anyways, I think it's because of those experiences that I've actually learned that either I can help you or you can help me. And that's how I became a people person, is because when we talk, I'm going to figure out what it is, you know? I'm going to figure out if you have information for me, if I have it for you, or we're just making each other laugh and smile. You know? Which is the point of it, right? When people are get to the fucking point, the point of it is to enjoy the conversation. Unless it's small talk, I can't. How's the weather? You fucking see it. How is the weather? Oh, it's sunny. It's actually about to be raining, but I love rain. And that's another thing, I don't like the small talk conversation. I will turn a simple fucking, oh, I don't like the rain. I fucking do. What, you can't put on boots and go fucking play in the rain? Why can't you do that? Yes. And turn any small conversation bullshit talk into something deeper. Because I genuinely want to know what the fuck you have, what information you have that I need, because it's not a coincidence that we crossed each other, okay? Obviously, I'm not gonna fucking stop every single person at the store, you know. It's usually the ones that are lingering or that are making eye contact with you a lot, and usually you'll feel it, right? But yes, you can connect with anyone. I've connected with psychopaths before, okay? And it wasn't the fake mask that they put on. No, I see past that. You can push that aside. Let's push that aside right now, okay? I see you. That's a different story, and that's a whole nother conversation. But yes, yeah. Anyways, a psychopath is just a fucking label we give. They're still people. They are still put here on this planet. That's just the worst of the worst that this society has deemed, right? If they didn't have a purpose, they wouldn't be here. So, that's how, I'm able to connect with anyone. Your life is completely different from mine. Yes, we can share experiences on the same subject, right? But our perception is not going to be the same. There's always something. There's always some piece of information. There's always a purpose. There's always a reason. I like that Dr. Jordan Peterson quote where he says either everything is meaningless or everything has meaning. Something like that. Why did it just escape my mind? I didn't know. Either everything has a fucking purpose and a reason, or everything doesn't. Everything you do matters, or everything is completely a waste of fucking time. And we already know it's not. If you look at science, you already know it's fucking not. Okay. Very big into... Because I before I got into spirituality and trusting my intuition and the wisdom from the non-physical energy, I focus on physical logic, right? I was focused on that. But it literally led me to spirituality. And from science, we know that everything does have a fucking purpose. And your life has a purpose. And everything does have meaning. And if you stop judging and assigning your own meaning onto something, your own perception of it, and just let it be, you will see it differently, obviously. And maybe that's not obvious, but like psychopaths, people just label them crazy and not gonna fuck with you, and mentally ill people, not gonna fuck with you, bye. People just discard others like they're nothing, and to me, and it's different to me. Even though I have every excuse to say fuck people, I've learned that everything and everyone has meaning, and everyone does have meaning, and no one should be discarded. And I like learning, right? So I know you have information that I don't have. You can literally connect with anyone. People can teach you shit. Why is someone calling me? But anyways, I know this helped. Be a people person. This bitch is calling me.